keep up the good work.
Thank you. Do you want to talk about why you're here today?
Yeah, I got something to say. Yeah, the thing is, I'm a retired Teamster, Local 705, and the head of the Teamsters, SOB, is speaking at the Republican National Convention. The head of the Teamsters is a scab. He's a scab and a class traitor. He sold us out at the UPS contract, and they're just another thing. The problem is, I'm glad Fresno's putting on this and this, that, and another, but they support SOB, the head of the Teamsters. They're just starting now being slightly critical of SOB because he's speaking at the Republican National Convention.
What's their name? That leader's name again?
Sean O'Brien, you know, his Twitter handle is SOB something.
Okay.
So I go with SOB. He's a scab, a class traitor. And if we want anything better, the workers, the actual union members, have to organize. Number one thing is I'm opposed to capitalism, but the number two thing is hierarchy. So even if our organizations are hierarchical, whether it's unions or leftist organizations, we're not going to get, you know, put it nicely, everything we can get. But thank you for you guys being out here. Anything else?
Is it reminiscent of when the Teamsters teamed up with Reagan to some extent in the 80s?
Right. Well, I mean, the thing is, it goes back. It goes back to Nixon. Hoffa Sr. cut a deal, right, to get out of jail early, but then he found out he couldn't be the head of the Teamsters no more. I'm not saying Hoffa Sr. is perfect, right, but he was a product of his time, but at least he wasn't a punk. His son was a punk, and SOB is a punk too. I called him a scab to his face when he was out campaigning in Chicago, glad-handing people, and he stuck out his hand. I didn't shake his hand. He asked me, you know who I am? I'm like, yeah, a scab. And he's like, a scab? Yeah, I'm a scab. You're a scab. And then he moved on to the next person. But I'm here, I'm here doing what I can to show up at the protests, and push the envelope when I can, and do as much as I can. I'm one person, and I'm here to call out SOB, the head of the Teamsters, a sellout. And if we want better, the actual rank and file members, the people got to organize, bottom up instead of top down.
All right. And so for context, what you're talking about is how the leader of the Teamsters has accepted a speaking position inside the Republican National Convention.
He asked for it.
He asked for it.
He begged for it. The Palestinian struggle, it was great. The Palestinian workers organizing harder than a lot of the left at the protests. And it was great. And then the students, the occupations at the campuses is great. But one of the more important things, if the workers stop making the weapons, and if we stop transporting the weapons, that would be even bigger. But they're not doing it. I mean, so I give all credit to the college students, the Palestinian movement, there's more of us than them. It's a duopoly, a two-party system with one party. Both parties got to go. I'm a visitor.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm sort of wondering how you feel about
Please take it off inside.
How you feel about the security situation here.
Well, we got the peace police. We got these marshal guys. They are the police too. They are the police. So we need.
That's the first time I've been told that this whole time.
Right, I was heckling the police a little bit, right? I was heckling the police, and they were trying to tell me to keep it moving, whatever. See, everything's got to go or nothing goes.